O herói precisa. Um coração maleável. Leva a donzela desconstruída para ela.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is you're here.
Viva la revolución!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what...
Tá, cala a boca. Lembra as horas no primeiro? Eu tinha apaixonado o herói confuso, eu acho. O que mais? Tinha um teimoso.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air, the blade.
Tinha o derrotado.
You take...
Tinha. Ah, porque ficou escuro.
Who's there?
Oi,
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oi, eu acho que estou aqui para te matar?
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job.
Oi.
You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Eu vou avisar ela.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Não.
Se você não pegasse o punhal e falasse isso, me pergunto o que aconteceria.
O quê?
Se você pegar o punhal e falar, eu estou aqui pra te matar.
Eu estou aqui para conversar.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. Don't you dare.
Ah,
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands
Pode me
and
matar.
drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Meu Deus.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak
O
with
peito
the
dela
princess
diminuiu também,
face
né?
to face.
É, ué.
Unarmed. We'll be fine.
Ah.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish
Como
here,
assim,
but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
É, bem esquisito.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Eu tenho meus motivos. Você acha que eu simplesmente viria pra cá matar alguém sem nem saber o motivo? Seria ridículo. Mas sabe que eu estou aqui pra... Por que eu estou aqui pra te matar? Você vai acabar com o mundo. Me disseram coisas, mas ainda não tenho certeza, não quero acreditar.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear?
Não.
Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Você é bem direta, né?
Ah, então.
Esse está aqui porque aparentemente você vai acabar com o mundo.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Não, eu vi com você. Eu já ouvi o suficiente, esperava que você pudesse me dizer isso. Não, sinceramente estou mais tentado em confiar em você do que em que me enviou. Esperar que você pudesse me dizer.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Ah. Obrigado pela dica, querida.
Whoever sent you
É uma
to
dica?
slay me claimed I was a threat to the world. But they
Confie
didn't tell
nela que
you
ela confia em você.
why.
Você que dá.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
É, eu vou tentar isso na primeira vez.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the war?
É mesmo, gata, é
Or do you
mesmo.
trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Qual é o seu nome?
Qual é o seu nome?
Seu jogo é com...
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Há quanto tempo você tá aqui embaixo?
Too long.
Como eu tiraria daqui?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing
Well,
you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting,
Já vi
but
isso,
she
moço.
is. I'm sure of it.
Mas ela tá agindo diferente em relação a isso.
É, agora ela tá meio
Oh,
cética.
have you
Eu tô com essa
decided what
faca.
to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Ah, ela nos conhecer melhor, pra decidir o que fazer. É diferente a escolha, né?
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will
Acho que ela não
find a
gostou.
way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Certo, vamos te tirar daqui.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're
How did
making
Paul
a
Anna-
huge mistake. No, you're doing the right
Mas
thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away,
Tá.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Ah!
she speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
I
If
also
we
know
were
that.
stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be... You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is someone else here?
Ah,
Tenta botar, abre a porta.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the...
é a mesma coisa do
Your
outro.
shouts and pleas, and I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
Então,
You make your
fudeu.
way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been
Mata a
easier
princesa
for
agora.
who? Easier for everyone.
Me
I
trancaram
heard the
aqui.
door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Tem um jeito melhor não?
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment,
Ai, que
you
horror, ela
place
tá
the
me
blade
observando,
against the
sabe?
princess's
Ah, já
arm,
fez isso na
cut
última vez.
into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make
Diferente,
quick work of
mas
it.
é.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the... She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just the princess. Wait, watch me.
Mas ela é diferente.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop!
O que você acha?
Existe, então vamos ver até onde vai isso.
The blade. Move the...
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Dessa
She
vez você
steps
vai saber
forward and
acertar?
pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Foi.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Será que a gente vira confuso? A prisioneira.
You're on a path
Primeiro era
in the
donzela.
wood. You're here. A warning. She will lie. Yes, yes.
Eu
Don't
sou
believe a word she
cético.
says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Wink.
No, I didn't. Wink.
No, I didn't.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Palhaço do caralho.
Palhação, velho.
The interior
Não,
of the
mais ou
cabin
menos,
is
né?
less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. The only the blade.
Eu pego a faca?
Deixa eu falar nisso com ele. Pega. Entra no portão, vamos ver o que acontece. Sem
I'm
faca,
afraid
sem
I'm
nada.
going to insist we take the blade. Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Não tenho direito de opinar? Que história é essa?
Well, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful.
Ah,
You
foda-se.
do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the base. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Ah, obrigada pela rede, Ana, meu bem! Seja todo mundo muito bem-vindo. A gente tá jogando Slayer Princess. Agora a nossa terceira rota é pra gente tentar pegar a princesa, mas pelo visto não tá funcionando.
No, you don't have to do
Todo
anything
mundo
but
bem-vindo.
do
A
well to
gente
use
tá
it
numa
regardless.
9 horas de 12 que estamos aqui, tá? Obrigada, meu bem. Deixa eu tomar uma aguinha.
Welcome, Raiders.
Descanse bem, tá, Yuna, se for? Estamos tentando. Eu não quero matar a
The
princesa,
door to the
estamos fazendo.
basement
Agora não
creaks
tá tão
open,
refinado, tá
revealing
vendo?
an old stone staircase.
Eu quero jogar esse jogo
A
fora
few
de jogar, é
sputtering
bem bom.
torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps.
Nossa, que textão, hein?
If the princess lives here, slaying her would her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Muito texto.
I wonder
Obrigada,
what
meu
visitors
bem.
she
Obrigada
could
de
be
novo
referring to.
pela
Are we not the
rede.
first? You walk
Osh!
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she
Ela tá
moves.
pior, velho.
The chains binding
Ué.
both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic
Essa terceira
chorus
aqui tava
as she
onde?
adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Tava na perna
Why
dela,
would you
sei
be
lá.
worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Tá.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Tá bom.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Mietástica.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor,
Eu sou bom
still a
cachorrinho.
good distance away from
Aconteceu
her.
comigo.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Eu quero tentar me explicar, mas minhas intenções, como assim? Eu já estive aqui antes, você não se lembra?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I
Ah!
thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
É mesmo.
Contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Por quê?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met.
O meu trabalho?
I didn't want to be confronted by the
Mas a
alternative.
princesa.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Eu
I
quero pegar um
get it.
narrador, posso?
It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it?
Ah.
To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving
Na
on.
princesonada?
Why is it important for us to
Ah.
be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Desculpa, estava olhando para seus peitos. Antes você perguntou sobre as minhas intenções. O que quer dizer com isso?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why,
no
there
sé.
isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Mas vou tirar seu pescoço, gata?
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
O que aconteceu depois que eu morri da última vez?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work.
É.
And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
Então tira do suco aí, quero ver.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Como decepar seus menos pra tirar daqui? Não sei se você percebeu, mas sua cabeça também tá presa.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Eu, hein?
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Não.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world.
E
And
se ela
she
prender
might
a
use it
gente na,
to kill you.
na quarta corrente vazia ali? Ó, eu ficaria
That
feliz
doesn't
ali.
sound great. What about the pros?
There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
É verdade. A outra corrente na parede, pra quem é?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Você sabe que eu também tenho muitas razões para não confiar em você, certo? Não vou dar-lhe uma arma caso tenha se você usou o punhal para me matar na última vez. Eu posso decepar essa dona para tirá-la daqui. Não vou lhe dar uma arma.
Não vou lhe dar uma arma, porque você se usou o punhal pra matar da última vez. Quero ver o que ela disse.
Eu vou na
I
confiança.
do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over.
Passarinho?
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She
Obrigada
doesn't
por avisar.
beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Tá. Você tá falando quem deveria querer negociar você, não eu.
Usually you'd be right. But this isn't exactly a usual situation. I'm not someone you can wait out. We've already been over this. I'm more patient than you'll ever be.
Fato. Testa a paciência dela mais um pouco, vamos ver.
Mas testar como? Eu tenho que fazer alguma ação agora.
A porta vai estar trancada, de qualquer forma. Tanto faz.
Então eu saio?
Bem. Não diria essa, mas vou deixar ela aqui, eu acho que seria legal.
Vocês não acham que eu vou deixar ela aqui? Isso aqui?
Ah, por que não? Vamos ver se
I
ela
think
cede.
you'll regret this.
The door locked behind us the last time we tried that, remember? As if by divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam. I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. Doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually.
Tá.
That's not fair. Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else. Huh. So it's not even
Fez o
safe
barulho
to
do villager.
I see how it is.
I told you that you'd regret saying that. But I didn't think you'd regret it so fast. And with so little effort on my part. I guess we're stuck together.
Se tranca com ela, então foda-se.
I
Why
wouldn't do
not?
that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Foda-se.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Posso pressionar, velho.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Haha.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Ah, vai tomar no cu, velho. Que porra é essa?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are we stuck here now?
Prisão da mente. Torne-se seu próprio
Yes.
carcereiro. É o achievement que eu peguei.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we
A gente
supposed
pode
to
se
do
pegar
now?
agora?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Você sabia
O
que
que
isso ia acontecer
faremos?
comigo?
Ah, pode ser
Não.
também.
O que faremos?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Ah, sua perna é maior que a minha. Mas você não gosta de jogar a conversa fora, né?
Nope.
That's rude.
Então nós dois estamos presos aqui.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
A gente nunca vai se lá da sala.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time
Eu gosto dessa vida
passes.
cética.
It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold.
Quer jogar Joaquim Pô?
At least the world is safe.
It isn't.
Huh.
You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms
vai tomar no
everything
cu.
around it. How exactly does that work? It just does.
A gente pode fazer a
But
próxima
your
ocupar,
line of
princesa.
questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
De fato é, né?
I suppose you're
Unless
correct.
it isn't.
Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger.
A gente vai sair
Larger.
pela canseira?
Você percebeu que o porão tá mudando?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin
Yeah.
continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't. Even
Rapaz,
more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Until suddenly,
oh,
there are no walls. And then... I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Ah,
Mais uma.
e eu?
Jogamos fino, hein, nessa porra.
Você não teve chance de responder, nem terá. É hora de partir, a memória retorna.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is...
Você se aproxima do
This
espelho.
doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Os olhos parecem pequenas, distantes à medida que se aproximam. Os olhos tomam conta ao avançar e se foram novamente. O espelho sempre o fez desaparecer, mas você precisa ver o que é nele. A decomposição. Você definhou.
Ah, é relacionado ao fragmento que a gente pega.
Aham, eu apodreci lá, no caso. Você se encontra no silêncio inabalável mais uma vez.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and
Quem falou que era
flowing
mais
all at
difícil mesmo?
once in the directions that my attention can bear to hold. To
Acho
look
que
at
qualquer
any
coisa que a gente
one is
fizer
to
pega
shift them
fragmento.
all into something new. And to look
Talvez,
away
ou
is to
não.
reshape them yet again.
Cada versão dela é uma versão que conta.
All of me is changing,
É, mas se a gente
and
fizer
yet the
o
rest
caminho
of me
errado.
is still the same.
Não tem caminho errado, ele mesmo disse.
É, mas tem um limite, né? Ah, não sei. Foda-se.
Você não pode ser uma contradição, contradições não existem.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no
Que
logic
contraditório,
that
não?
can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Como você aguenta ser uma contradição?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Eu vou olhar na Steam. Quantos achievements eu tenho?
Então precisa ter um
Uma noção, né?
Agapira.
Porra. Eu não posso me julgar no nada. Tem 131 conquistas, Yara.
Eu sei, eu falei que o jogo tipo, completa nas 20 horas. Né? Ou mais.
Termina o jogo. O final feliz não conta. Mano. É muita coisa. Não tenho nem ideia do que eu vou fazer.
Bem, vamos jogando, né?
Não importa quantas vezes eu volto, pelo menos um de nós sempre machuca o outro. Isso não afeta? Não a torna pior?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less.
Ah,
Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Na verdade, me
não.
preocupa.
Pelo contrário, acabo gostando mais de você. Não sei o que isso diz sobre mim.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
O que você acha desse aspecto? Você sabe o que acontece com os mundos que deixamos pra trás?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Mas continua sem ter preferência por nenhum aspecto específico?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Fofo.
Então, não tem nenhuma preferência, não gostaria de mudar ou crescer?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Quantos aspectos ainda preciso?
We will know when we near our destination.
O que você acha desse aspecto?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Ana planeja matá-la.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try.
Fico
But
triste quando
know
fala isso.
that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Estou pronto pra voltar.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Tá, porra, grossa. Um coração paciente leva a prisioneira pra ela. O herói
You're
é
on a
preciso.
path. You're here.
E se eu for embora?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
E eu preciso saber?
A única coisa que importa é que eu não estou indo. Que é a cabana, não vou até a cabana. Na verdade, não me importa nem um pouco com o fim do mundo. Recebo de braços abertos a alvorada de uma nova era. Vou sair andando na direção contrária agora.
Isso é legal.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Ué,
It looks like this path
É? Todas as trilhas levam
also
pra um lugar, então.
leads to the cabin. How? When I said everyone, and last I checked, you're part of everyone, but fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
eu estou presa nesse
Oh, would you
ciclo,
look at
filha da
that? You're at the
puta.
cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
É bom, acho que eu vou andar em outra direção de novo. Na verdade, continuar caminhando pela natureza e encontrar um jeito de sair daqui.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Caralho,
But
acabando
as you focus on your surroundings, you
Tá bom.
start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for
Bagulho
that,
triplo do
aren't
caralho.
you?
Aham.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Ou estranha. A estranha?
You're on a path.
A gente nunca
in
conheceu
the
ela.
woods,
Tem muros
and
agora.
at the end of
Puta
that
que pariu.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Estou com uma sensação terrível do jogo. Pera, isso já não tinha acontecido? Não. Mas eu morri?
Ele só seguiu a história.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Se não fosse aqui, eu ficaria aqui mesmo na mata pra sempre.
Fica aí pra sempre. Vamos ver até onde esse trem consegue ir, né?
You have already committed to my completion. You
Ah,
cannot go further astray.
agora você quer falar comigo? Sinto bem, cabana, me aguarde, mas lá vou eu ceifar a princesa.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Ah,
Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A
Muito
warning.
obrigada.
Before you go in, if she will lie, if we're stuck going in there,
Eu sou
maybe we
opositor.
should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same
Mano.
space. But it's all shifted.
Muito
An inch
bizarro.
here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible
Leva
enough
faca ou não
for
leva
the place
faca?
to make any sense.
Não, acho que não precisa.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong length. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better
É, o
yet,
Augusto não vai deixar.
grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
É verdade.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your... Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we...
Eu gostei dessa
lose
personalidade.
ourselves?
Então,
Nothing,
né?
because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the
I
stressful
won't.
geometry and stay calm.
Mas eu não quero.
Even
Mas
if
eu
we
quero
close our eyes,
agora!
you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Você não falou nada sobre o espelho na parede. Tá.
Ele não vê o espelho de qualquer forma, então tanto faz.
The door to
Ah,
the basement
porra.
creaks open, revealing a
Vamos jogar
web
aqui, ó.
of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Você tropeça
Nothing
e
here
morre.
seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible
tropeça e
quality
cai
that comes from the
infinitamente.
blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously
Fica na
everything and
pele.
yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Ah, cala a
If the
boca.
princess lives here, slaying her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you
Eita.
doing here?
Ai, ela vai ser
Are you here to
uma amálgama de todas? Será?
No,
Algo do tipo.
no, thank
O
you.
que você tá falando?
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't
O
want
lugar
to
tá
do this.
montado de vários pedaços.
Let's
como
just
que ela
turn
não
around
estaria
and
também,
leave.
né?
This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's
Deu pra
that?
gente.
The fate of the world hinges on your success. There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
E agora? Você tem que escolher uma escada.
Aqui parece mais certo, amigo. Eu realmente não sei.
Vamos pra direita.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Ah, eu tenho sim.
But the further you go,
Ué.
the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from
Meu
sinking
Deus,
out
é a
of sight.
fofa.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to
Você-
wrest control
ai.
of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you
Huh?
can feel
A minha mão!
yourself begin to untether.
Ah, mudou. É um rabisco agora, sabe?
Não.
Physical sensations
é um
dull
corvo.
and then vanish,
Sim.
until the only
Meu
things
Deus, eu desenhando aí,
experienced
ó.
are the endless
Depois sketch aí,
repeating
ó.
patterns and emotions of the
Ah.
journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as